Well, good morning, good afternoon, and of course, good evening, traders from across the globe. Thank you for tuning in to my 2889th edition of Short Term Trading Live with Oscar. Hey, my videographer will be back from his vacation, and tomorrow night he'll be here to film. Tonight we'll do one of these desktop shoots. I hope you don't mind. The information will be just as good, I promise you. So, video 2889 coming at you on a Monday night for trading, Tuesday, April Fool's 2025. It's April Fool's Day. Will the markets fool us? Let's take a look. Remember how risky trading is, traders. Risky, 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 risky. Never, ever trade without putting your protective stops in first, okay? Make sure you do that, please, please. All right, Nasdaq daily bar. We had the bear flag I mapped out for everybody, and I've had red arrows on this chart. We also had our first bear flag projection. The way I do my Oscarism OMNI style bear flag projections is they get two projections. This would be the first one. So here we are, Nasdaq, June daily bar. We do our OMNI projections, and let me show you what's taking place on Friday, Monday. Boom. This is where we are now. The projection was this line right here. It went just a little bit through the projection, turned around, rallied up all the way, and settled just about at the high of the day for trading on Monday. And I went, yes, maybe that's it. Maybe the bottom's in. Maybe this is what we've been waiting for. And then I ran my Omni. And Omni's not ready to turn up yet, so we'll get to that. All right, so bear flag hits the projection, then has a nice up day. Interesting. Now, we did do all of this. If you recall, traders, I set this up before it started happening. This was the drop due to the halt in lowering interest rates by the Fed, by Jerome Powell, and the double top came in, perfect timing. We had the big drop, and I think we may have reached an area that we might be able to call equilibrium. I don't know. We hit flag projection 1. If it holds from here and finds its legs down here, wonderful. If not, we'll go to flag projection 2. But there's something else going on. Let's go look at the ES chart. ES, same thing. Let me show you what the ES did. Our projection was right here, first projection. ES got through it a little bit, came right back up, and settled just about at the highs on Monday afternoon. So ES also had its nice pullback. It had the wonderful double top right here, right? Top, top. No more interest rate lowers. Boom, boom, boom. Down we go. We make our price adjustment. Have a nice, almost picture perfect drop from the projection. And then it rallies up and settles higher at the end of the day. So there is one thing we have that possibly could be happening here. Otherwise, we are just following this thing lower. There's been tariff news. All right, so we know that we dropped due to the interest rate. They paused lowering interest rates. That was turning off the music. The market had to adjust. Tariffs came out during this, and we call it tariffs, and down we go. Tariff Day, the way it's been dubbed, is Liberation Day, so to speak, and that's April 2nd, tomorrow. Now, if you're watching this video on Monday, it's on Wednesday. If you're watching the video on Tuesday, it's tomorrow. You know, a lot of times the market will do it'll make the market move before the news. And then when the news comes out, the move comes to an end. Maybe what we're seeing is the big culmination of all the news and the charts and the bear flags and all that stuff. And maybe it culminates on Tuesday when we finally get to the event. Reminds me of a time when Bitcoin was around, and Bitcoin futures were going to be added for the first time ever in Chicago. Well, they're going to add Bitcoin. And the market went crazy right up until the first trading day of Bitcoin, and then Bitcoin fell apart for the next year. I'm not saying that this has to turn around just as quick as Bitcoin did, but another example of when a market moves by the news and all the news and then the news, the anticipated news, and then when the news comes out, the move comes to an end. Now, let's hope that's what's happening here, because otherwise we got a lot lower projections coming up. So the Omni has not changed. I thought I was going to get a bullish Omni today. It remains red, so I did not get a blessing to tell you to go out and get long. Maybe that happens on Tuesday. I don't know, but the Omni did not tell me to go in and buy that, so I will not tell you to do the same. So I wanted to show you that, and then there's this guy. Look at Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin got promising from here, made a nice little flagpole, if you will, and started building this little flag, and boom, oh boy, we went right back down. And that we did not need to do. That's a problem. We don't need to head back down like that. So with Bitcoin back below that average, sorry, but you know, things happen here at the office. With Bitcoin below that average again, if you ask me, until it gets back above, you got to be selling rallies. It's failed every time so far. It's either held well or made the market fail since back here. So you gotta trust it until it breaks, you know what I mean? Until it stops working. That seems to be a ticket. So Bitcoin doesn't look any better as far as day trading. Let's hope something does culminate and happen on Tuesday or Wednesday when the tariffs hit. But technically, doesn't look pretty to me, kids. Just wanted to share that with you. I hope this helps. Please like, subscribe, and share these videos. Subscribe to them now. Please share them around on YouTube, and then join me at livewithoscar.com. I'm sure you'll appreciate hanging out with me. You know, we're here every day. It's just sort of live with Oscar, hang out over his shoulder. And what he does as a trader each day is what we do. If you want to hang out, livewithoscar.com. No credit cards are required. I hope to see you there. Traders, do this exercise with me, and I'll let you go. Are you with me? 1, 2, 3. Stop, SAR, in. Emotions are rock and roll. Traders, make sure you adhere to that. Put your stops in first. Please join me at livewithoscar.com, and I will see you there. Have a great day trading.